Welcome back to another episode of Real Ass Affirmations. I'm Chisa Pennix-Brown, your favorite lifestylist, and today I want to talk to you about control. I want to talk to you about the things that you can control. Now, there's a lot of stuff in life that just happens. There's a lot of things that you bring on yourself with your behaviors, with your habits, with who you allow into your space, with where you go. But I want you to know that you can control a lot of stuff in your life, which will enable you to be a better person. You will feel better, you will look better, and you will do better if you just remember these lessons that I'm teaching you today. So I want to tell you some things that you can control, and I want you to think about how you actually utilize them in your life and where you need to make adjustments. Number one, you can control how you speak to yourself. Sometimes you're telling yourself things that you know you are not going to do. Sometimes you're telling yourself things that you wish would happen. Sometimes you actually take the initiative and do the actions that will then give you the reciprocation that you're looking for. And you need to tell yourself that you're smart, you're brilliant, you're beautiful, you're handsome, right? Those are the things that are really great. But you can also tell yourself, I can do it. It might not be in my wheelhouse right now, but I can do it. And find a way to make that happen. Now, number two, you can control how you prioritize yourself. If you're out there doing everything for everybody else and leaving yourself to the damn dust, what did you expect? You need to refill that cup. You need to make sure that you stay hydrated. Do not get yourself down to the dust and wither away. Prioritize yourself in your life and stay hydrated and moisturized, honey. Number three, you can control what you consume. And by consume, I mean things that you take in visually, audibly, and physically. Sometimes you're looking at the wrong shit, listening to the wrong person, and you're physically allowing things into your body that you know you do not need. And I'm just going to let you speculate on that one. So control what you consume. If it's not making you feel good, if you don't feel like it is giving you what it's supposed to give, and if it's messing up your pH, then you definitely know that you're consuming the wrong things. So please take time to consume the right things visually, audibly, and physically. Number four, you can control what you learn. When I tell you that I am a lifelong learner, I live to learn. I do not know everything, but what I do know is no matter how old you get, you can continue to learn a new skill set. And you need to find out what way works best for you in order for you to continue to learn. Whether it's reading, whether it's listening to something, whether it's watching something, learn. That osmosis of you being in an environment where you can learn will keep you young and will keep your mind intact. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. Now, number five, you can respond to how you act when it's time for bullshit. You can control that response. Control how you respond when the bullshit comes. And you know why that's an important thing? Because there's always going to be bullshit that comes. Every time that you think that things are going well, and I've said this before, especially if you're a long-time listener, there's always something that can go wrong. There's always someone out of pocket. There's always something that's bullshit, okay? Whether it's work, whether it's home, whether it's the kids, whether it's a significant other, or whether it's you. You can control how you respond to the bullshit. And let me tell you something. One of the best feelings is looking at the bullshit and walking away from it. Looking at the bullshit and not texting. Looking at the bullshit and not responding to an email with more words than you need. I am trying to tell you from experience. You can control how you respond to the bullshit. Boom. Now, our next thing on the list, number 6, you can respond to your level of control that you have over your life when you make the decision that you're going to reduce and limit your capacity. And capacity is one of my favorite words. Sometimes you just can't carry anymore, and you need to realize that you've reached the capacity. Nothing else can go in there. Nothing else, which means you need to lighten your load. Control the amount that you take on. Learn how to say no. Put people in their place. And by people, I mean you. Because you're such a good person. You're such a nice person. And you sometimes don't realize that you've reached your capacity until you break down, until you're sick, until you just can't take it anymore. So control by reducing or limiting the capacity that you have. And then when you get to a point that you can take on more, you do it incrementally. So evaluate the things that you have going on right now and really let yourself know, do I have the capacity to do all of the things that I said that I was going to do? Do I have the capacity to stay in this position? Do I have the capacity to take on more? And guess what? No, honey, you don't. So therefore, reduce or limit your capacity. Release yourself from the cycle of allowing others and yourself with this made up schedule to control you. You are allowing your schedule to control you. You are allowing saying yes to control you. Use the word no a little bit more and you'll see how your life improves. Now, finally, this is one thing that we don't really pay as much attention to, but you can control how you breathe. And if you've been listening to Real Ass Affirmations for any period of time, you know that I am a big believer in breathwork. And breathwork is really, to me, an art, a skill set that allows you to calm you down. I believe that everyone can be their own life coach. And to me, it does start with breathing because you gotta breathe to live, number one. But number two, when you get excited, your breath changes. When you get mad, your breath changes. When you're hungry, your breath changes. But sometimes you have other emotions and things happening that you don't even realize until you get out of control. So I want to encourage you to take time out once a day to give yourself 1 minute. And this is not a ridiculous request. 1 minute to breathe. 1 minute to breathe. So what I want you to do is wherever you're at, sit down, lay down. Just be calm. Just be centered. Just be here. Just breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Just breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Now, if you're ever in need of some breathing time to yourself that you know you can control, go to our page on Instagram and you will see that we have a meditation minute. And that meditation minute is there for you to control yourself. It's there to give you a visual aid, but also for you to listen to the music that goes along with it to calm your senses down. And it's there for you to understand that you deserve some time to yourself. And that meditation minute has been something that has helped me with my breathing to be a lot calmer and to understand that when I control myself, my breathing, my eating, my everything, when I control myself, I now have more power and I have more clarity. And I want you to be able to control yourself too. So take this year to learn how to breathe better, to learn how to prioritize you, to learn how to speak to yourself better, to reduce consumption, to reduce your capacity to learn more. And then finally, you can also control how you appreciate and celebrate yourself. So I want you to take a little time, 1 minute every day, to appreciate something that's happened in your day, in your life, or to celebrate yourself. Or it could be an appreciation celebration. But these are some of the tools that will help you to reduce anxiety, to reduce your depression, and to give yourself access to your control of yourself. Control yourself because you are important. Now make sure you continue to listen to Real Ass Affirmations. Share this with someone else who needs a little bit more control. Make sure that you rate us, make sure that you share, make sure that you tag people, and then feel free to give us some feedback. Hit us at a DM at Real Ass Affirmations on Instagram and check us out on all other platforms. Make sure that you control yourself.